Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
First carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just helped Barry Sanders to a negative-yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries. But he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this one off to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know some people express surprise when Barry Sanders catches the football because his rushing numbers get most of the attention, but he also contributed in his career in the passing game like we just saw there.
Yeah, he had nearly 3,000 career receiving yards, and I think that gets overshadowed by the over 15,000 rushing yards that Mr. Sanders had.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Mahomes finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Ed Reed able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And that's the kind of start every team wants to have when they touch the football for the first time. Here at night especially, because all day long you've been around the hotel. Yeah, you've had meetings, you've had meals, but you've been chomping at the bit to play. And depending on the time of year you play a game, early in the season, you probably like night games. But as the season goes on, most guys like day games because they won't wait around all the time. So taking charge early in a night game is a very important factor.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Allen looks to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Let's go!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's out to Hill, right side complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, here's Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now Sanders. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the second quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who... They'll try to throw it here. Vick. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Second down, Vick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. On third down, Vick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Sanders, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Eagle. Orange. Double.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside. It's a lot longer run, and you got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and hurt him out of bounds.
Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, here's Williams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get three.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a three is good. Obviously, we're thinking a 14-play drive, you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Bills getting set to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down. Right there. Now Allen throwing on second down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ray Lewis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing up first down is Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And now running right through it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Allen to throw. To throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Allen. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen looking to throw on second down. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now let's go!
Allen again here on second and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And again, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And, partner, he just did it again. If it's third down and you need to throw the ball and you've got Tony Gonzalez, you can go ahead and force it to him. He finds a way to make the play. He's a lot like a #1 scorer in basketball. No matter how many people you put on him, when you need the big bucket, you go to him anyway, and that's what they do with Tony G.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They give him, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Back now in Baltimore. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Vick on second down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Vick. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Eagle. On.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Williams. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And here come the Bills. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
Back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's back to throw. Now he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final minute. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Gold with the extra point, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Because of Patrick Peterson, I don't think that there's a skill position he can't play. How about his hands? That interception just sealed a victory for his team.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Hey, let's go!
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
190!
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Vic. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Vic now from the 50. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Vic will look to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Vic, third and goal. Forced out to his left. His pass caught at the 4. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.